You always get advices, and these advice or the set of advices keep coming from those well-wishers, achievers, and you like following them. But the problem comes when these advices are so many, and then at times they are contradictory, and you are confused that what should I do? Shall I take this advice or whatnot? And they all are from achievers, those who have got what they wanted in their life, and you want to achieve, want to be like them. Like, for example, you get advices like, shall I do coaching or no coaching? The advices comes like, should I do coaching online or offline? I should take this optional or that optional. I should prepare from home when I go to Delhi or some other city. I think that all kind of advices keep coming, and you are very confused when you have such a situation. In fact, I would like to give you an advice where you have a singularity connect concept I talk about. Singularity connect is in the sense like the two things here, like, I mean, you have to appreciate one is you, another is your goal. Goal is single, you're single. But then you can imagine for the same goal to reach, you can have ultimately 360 different angles to reach from for the same goal. But then you cannot go jumping from one angle to another angle. That way you're not going anywhere. So it is very important that you understand your own position. You should know your own self well. If you're knowing your own self well, in that case, it is what I call it as singularity connect. So for understanding, I think you have to know not the goal, because goal is fixed. You have to know from which point you are approaching. That is singularity connect. From here you are approaching, from here you are approaching, because those people who are giving you advices, they have their own locus. They have got their own position. From there they may have advised, and the advice was correct. I would like to give you a few tools through which you should fix your own locus, your own singularity, and then accordingly you should know as to how I'm going to really achieve the same goal for which I have got contradictory advices. The first thing to me is very important. You prepare your own list of what are the things that you are willing to give up. What are the things that you're willing to renunciate? Not that what I want, the goal is clear, but what price I'm going to pay. You make a list, and you'll be finding, interestingly, that your list of sacrifices are different from the sacrifices of somebody who was advising, or their sacrifice was very different. So you have to see what are you ready to recant, and that is one thing I like you to keep in mind. Then second, I would like you to see what is your academic coordinate. After singularity, you should look for your academic coordinate. Academic coordinate is like these people may be giving advices from whatever point that they have had their experience on, but you know your own academic coordinate, that is at what stage of knowledge that you exist at this moment, and how much time you have got to accomplish the goal that you are willing to achieve. So the two things here, your academic coordinate would get you an idea as to where you stand at a given point in time and how far more that you need to be traveling. And once that is fixed, you know which advice to pick up and which advice to leave. I mean, that's something which is quite significant. I like you to see this academic coordinate. The third is, what method of learning gets you the best result? What method of learning gives you best result? Maybe you are a generation which is very comfortable learning online. I mean, might as well go for it. You are a person who is very comfortable with one optional or other optional. You are one person who is very comfortable that unless you're given certain tasks, you can't perform. You know yourself best. So what method of learning that you got? Then again, you'll pick up some advices from the various set of advices that's been given to you. Fourthly, sit down and list your own pluses and minuses. These are my strengths, these are my strengths, these are my strengths, these are my strengths. These are my weaknesses. Let's not be ashamed of accepting them, that I have got my weaknesses. Everybody has got weaknesses. And then based on that, I would like you to know that where you're starting from with all the baggages of positives and negatives, so to say. Then after that, you fix what you call it as expiration date. Fifth thing, you fix expiration date for every task that you have identified. This task I'll do from this point to this point. Next 3 days I have to decide my optional. Next 10 days I have to decide about my coaching. Next 20 days I have to do this, next 15 days I have to do this. And then once you have listed all of them, you'll find that a lot of good advisors, they were good in their own perspective, context in which they were given. If you change the perspective, you change the context, you have got advisors which are exclusive for you. And that is what I call it as one approach where you have got singularity connect, where you know that which one advices I'm going to pick up. You also know that my goal remains constant. And these are advices not meant for me. Despite their good advices, may be suitable for somebody else. And through these 5 tools, you are able to connect yourself with the support of those advices that you got to the goal that you are lying ahead of you. I hope this advice is not adding to one more advice to you, but then it helps you to identify which advice is meant for me and then how you can use it.